Buongiorno, welcome back. My name is Kyle or Keelmeister. In the last episode, we built this beautiful house behind me and some starter farms like cows, chickens, sheep, and wheat. Today, we got a lot to do. First, we need to set up a mining operation for resources, specifically diamonds since we don't have any yet. And then second, we're going to be trying to explore the Nether. Since we'll need obsidian to go to the Nether, setting up a mining area should be the first thing we do. I went ahead and added some ladders going down in the house. Nothing glamorous, just needed to get us to diamond level. Surprisingly, just a few blocks below the house here happened to be the start of a cave system, which happened to have a few friends I had to take care of first. I decided this would be a good time to light up all the caves, in case I wanted to build farms later on that required no other mob spawning. With that done, I continued my ladder down until I reached about bedrock level so I could start doing some strip mining. This is a good time to bring up why I want to do some caving and explore the Nether today. To my knowledge, the two most recent big changes to the game were the Nether update and the cave update. I think the cave update isn't fully complete and still has some features that they're going to add in the future, like the actual cave structures, but I do know a lot of new blocks have been added to the game like copper and blackstone. The Nether update I've seen before, so I know mostly what to expect, but I didn't know a lot of the new mobs or a lot of the new blocks and what they can be crafted into, or really what the new biomes had to offer. So it was a good time to familiarize myself with these new features and eventually incorporate them into my builds and eventually farms that I make. With that being said, I'll let the mining time-lapse take it from here.
You got me thinking all I did was wrong. Guess you got all you wanted. Yeah, I don't know why suddenly you're gone. You'll never be forgotten. Pretending no one is to blame. Too late to reignite our flame. How did I not see you running? How did I get behind? How did I not see this coming? Guess all you left me wrong. Guess all you left me wrong. Guess all you left me wrong. How did I not see you running?
As I was about to wrap up this mining session, which yielded a good amount of iron and blocks, I stumbled upon my first set of diamond ore. I lit up the area, scanned my surroundings to be a little extra safe, and saw a creeper trying to sneak up on me. But I wasn't going to let that ruin the moment. So I slowly took him out, even though the water pushing him didn't really help me. And there you go, my first set of diamonds. Only 4, but that's enough to craft a diamond pick and mine the obsidian for the portal. I found another axolotl, which I really struggled to catch this one. I mean, the water sources were just not helping. I made that diamond pick and began mining the obsidian I needed for the portal. Oh, how fun and painfully slow this is. At least I can speed it up 8 times speed for you guys.
How did I not see this coming? Guess all you left me blind. How did I not see you running? How did I get behind? How did I not see?
I ended up finding more diamonds and built myself an enchantment table. I got efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3 on the diamond pick, and looting 3 on the sword, which were perfect for what I needed. I did some chores around the house like replanting the wheat, shearing all the sheep, and breeding the animals. I began working on a pathway extension for the Nether portal. And not long after, I got the portal all set up. I entered the Nether and explored around the immediate area and didn't really find much, but I saw an area on the other side of the mountain next to my portal, so I tunneled through it and found a new biome of soul sand.
Pretending no one is to blame. Too late to reignite our flame.
I ran for a little bit longer and found my first Nether fortress. It wasn't really spectacular though. So I went looking for a new fortress, and ran into this very upset pig hog thing, which nearly killed me. It's sometime later now, and I've put in some absolute work. I've tore out all the area in the fortress where wither skeletons are most likely to spawn, which is what I really want because I want beacons for the haste effect and eventually decoration. Unfortunately, my time lapse for the clearing and the spawn proofing of the area got corrupted, but here's a time lapse at least of me placing a few of the layers of the fortress. If you aren't aware, these four-way intersections of a nether fortress offer the most spawning area for a wither skeleton, and this fortress happens to have 4 crossroads all next to each other. This farm method is all manual right now, but in the future I'll look to automate the process. But for now this will do, because it took a monstrous amount of time to do all the clearing, mining and smelting all the stone for the slabs used, placing all the slabs, and spawn proofing the area of a 256 block diameter around the spawning area. I still have some spawn proofing to do, but I at least have a good amount of progress done. So I went back to the overworld and started outlining one of the next big projects in the mountain biome next to the house. I wanted to upgrade the mining operation to be an actual area separate from the house. The idea is to build a pathway that leads to a massive hole that goes all the way down to bedrock. Of course, we'll decorate it, make it look pretty, but first we need an actual mine or elevator that gets us all the way down to bedrock. So that's what we're going to do today. I want this mine elevator to look natural with the terrain around it. I also want it to feel dingy and claustrophobic, kind of like a real mine would feel like. I tried to stay close to the dark colored blocks and stone palette, to look like an extension from the mountain in the background, but also kind of give that grimy feel to it. After building the infrastructure and adding in cosmetics, the mine looked great. I really like the natural overgrown feel of it, and also the rain adds a nice tone to the area. To the right we added a nice bundle of logs, and on top of the mine looks great. It blends in well, has a natural look to it, and I threw in some extra lighting for mob spawning, but also because it just makes the build look a little nicer. Well, that'll do it for the episode. We got a lot done in the Nether today, expanding our mining operations. And if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like or a comment, consider subscribing. I know we have a lot left in this world to do, and I'm excited for all the projects that are coming up. Until then, have a good one.